Welcome back. All right, so entertainment guy video. This is my Aurora shirt. So that's if you ever wondered what's the name of the Tusken Raider that attacks and bashes Luke Skywalker in the original Star Wars, that's it. And might be my proudest jersey. Geeky Jerseys doesn't do the custom jerseys anymore. I might have been what broke them. I have a feeling that whoever put that on the back said we need to stop this. These custom jerseys are out of control. So, I want to talk about bots for a bit. Now, I've done a video on this channel about bots before and how they've changed and all that, but I wanted to talk about it again because apparently they're in the spotlight with some of the bigger channels, and on the hockey channel, of course, I'm getting bots every day. I go in, I block, I delete, I block, I delete. I do that every day. I'm well aware that I have to do it every single video. I know that. Does the occasional bot, get through? Yes. But I do my best to keep it clean. Now, I watched a video from Penguinzo or Charlie or Moist Critical, whatever you know him as, where he was talking about some of the illegal content. I'm not going to get into what the content is that these bots are linking to, but it's pretty gross and it's illegal. The first thing I did when I watched that video was I had seen what these comments were that were being left on this other big channel, and I blocked certain words. I went, okay, these words have to be blocked before I even get into seeing, because those bots have not shown up on my channel. I know that it's going to happen at some point. So I try to preemptively strike. And it means, yes, I spend a lot of time going through the comment section on the hockey channel. And I'm talking about a lot. Like I'm in there looking through held comments, I would say 4 times a day. 4 times a day at least. Because if I wait a day, it's a lot. And it's not because, I'm trying to, control what everybody says. It's because I know what the bots are going to say, and I also know there are certain words and terms that people are going to use, which is going to cause a big argument. And of course, I do my best to keep the whole political discourse elsewhere because politics are absolutely everywhere, and I just, it's exhausting. It really is. I have unfollowed anything political on every platform because I'm just done at this point in time. But that's all an aside. So the regular checking, I can see what the bots are doing, and most of them, it's the young ladies who don't have pants on. I guess they can't afford pants, thus the need for getting. Can you come check out my website? Well, clearly you can't afford pants, so somebody's got to help you. It's not going to be me. My wife said no. But they are always evolving. One thing I noticed was there were a couple over the last week that I banned that had actually left a good comment. However, they had copied and pasted a top comment on the channel. So I've learned pretty quickly, okay, if I see this picture, because thankfully, again, they're not creative, it's the same picture for all of the accounts that are doing this. So it's really easy for me to go, I know that picture, and you're gone. So, but again, there are definitely some creators on this channel or on this platform that with their channels wouldn't have the time for this. It's exhausting. I could see there being large channels where they're paying people just to do that. I have heard that there are channels that pay people to go in and clean up the comment section, which is a challenge. It absolutely is. There have been times where I've seen a comment days later where I'm like, wow, that's an awful comment that person left. I can't believe it stayed up that long. And again, adding banned words is really important. So one thing that got me was, and I think it was Charlie saying, well, there's nothing really they can do about it. It's not their fault. No, it is not a content creator's fault that these comments are being posted by bots. But there are definitely ways to get around. And the banned words are a big one, right? And and I've seen people stumble into them and go, wait, why was my comment held? And I look through and I go, that's why. And I won't necessarily answer to that person, but I'll go through and I'll approve the comments. A lot of the time the comments get approved anyways. I think my favorite is when somebody's really angry that a comment got held, and then they make 3 more comments that all get held, and I'm like, dude, I was going to allow the first one, and I'm still going to allow the first one, but relax a little bit. Just settle down. This is all automated. There are definitely automated setups on the YouTube side too that I don't know about, because there have also been times where I've seen somebody say, oh, my comment got deleted and blah blah blah, and I'm looking and going, I don't see anything, so I didn't delete it. Mods didn't delete it. Because when a mod deletes something, generally it ends up being held, and then make that determination as to whether it's gone or it goes back. And there are times where it'll get pulled by somebody, and I go, that's not that bad. That's not a big deal, and I'll allow it. But the one thing to keep in mind too is I'm always there when the video goes live. I do my best. Now, while I'm on vacation, that's going to change. I'm not going to be as vigilant, but I know that I've got a lot of moderators who are very vigilant and will pull comments. I will definitely still, while I'm on vacation, be on the channel regularly looking for comments that I'm going to approve or disapprove or not approve. But again, there are a lot of YouTubers that won't want to do this. I was told from the beginning. I had people telling me when the channel first started, well, you're not going to be able to keep your comment section at all decent. It's just going to be just bots and descend into madness. And the whole anarchy and everybody fighting with everybody else, that's the way it is. I try my best to make sure it's not in the same state as it is for other channels. Because the combination of bots and everything else, it can get really bad. I know the financial bots are the ones that really make me laugh, because you'll see the post of, I made $5,000 last week because Michael Brown really helped me with my investments. And then immediately underneath, oh, I use him for my investments too. I'm really glad to see you here. And then the one underneath will be, oh, you know what else? I think he's great too. And then it'll have like 15 upvotes out of nowhere, and suddenly it's the top comment. Those ones I haven't seen as much lately. They're kind of quaint, comparatively speaking, with what some people are talking about with bots right now. But I'm always ready when they go live. I pull as many comments as possible. And then I start seeing the comments, wow, look, the bots are going crazy. The bots are on every channel that's relatively big on YouTube. It's just, that's the way it is. I've noticed that with other channels. And the funny thing is, I've noticed it on other channels and thought, they don't take the bot comments away. Interesting. Because I know a lot of other channels don't. I at least delete them and block them, even though I know they're creating 1.5 billion new accounts. Generally, if you're curious and you're like, oh, I wonder what she's like, you're going to spend a lot of money, and you may not get any of your investment back, and they might steal all of your information. So just don't. It's the same with all the crypto scams and everything. Just and again, it's something I learned in consumer ed when I was in grade 9. I think it was grade 9. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. So I have lived by that forever. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. It's why when a celebrity was reaching out to, hey, it's the hockey guy, my wife and I both went, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's really him. Whatever. But and that's a story we've told plenty, but that's one of those times where it was like, yeah, that sounds like that'd be fantastic, but he doesn't watch my videos. And you've got to watch for scams. One thing that I made sure I mentioned on the YouTube channel, I don't have Telegram. I don't use Telegram. And if somebody's pretending to be somebody else, and in some cases pretending to be me, I haven't seen these on my channel for a while, the scam ones, because again, I've got banned words in there. They shouldn't go live on the channel. They shouldn't be able to go live at all. I got it so that a few of them, I had them right away gone, and they were using my picture and everything else. That's why I was changing my profile picture a lot on YouTube for a while there, because these scam bots were just trying to copy. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to change my picture. So they have to, so at least it's an old picture, and people go, wait, that's not the same profile picture. But I made sure that I added banned words to filter out all those comments. And I'm trying to figure out what word it is that the girls with no pants ones use that I could filter out. I think Majestic's one of them. Like, when a video's just gone live and I see a comment, this video's majestic, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen. No, it isn't. Even my own subscribers wouldn't say that. Oh, Shannon, your video's majestic. No, it's not. It's a goober standing in a room with a bunch of jerseys. No majesty here. So unless Prince William walks in, King Charles? Nope, no majesty here. So nothing majestic in this room. But that's one piece of advice I would give, though, is if you ever see a comment, hey, go visit my Telegram. It's probably not the creator. It's going to look like it is to some people. It's not. So I just wanted to do an update on this because it does feel like the issue since the last time I did a video on it. I don't think it's got worse for me. I think it's about the same as it's been for a long time. But I do know that for some of the other channels, they're dealing with way more than just the women who can't afford pants in their little comments. But anyways, there you go. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Again, when you see the bot comments on the hockey channel, go look at the video later. Those comments are very likely gone because I do go through and I delete them as soon as possible. There's going to be a few that slip through, but it is still my goal to make sure that my comment section on YouTube is as clean as possible. That includes bots. It includes these just fights people get into where it's like you're not going to convince them that this team doesn't suck, and you're not going to convince them this team does suck, and you're not going to convince them that this player sucks. So done. Because it'll get to the point where with the band words, there's a lot of insults going back and forth, and I'm like, okay, we're just gonna let that stop now, because there's no good coming from that. But anyways, there you go. I do know that the whole YouTube comment section thing is a fight that's going to be going on for as long as I'm running a YouTube channel. So I just wanted to talk about the bots today. There you go. Thank you guys so much for all your support. If you haven't already hit like and subscribe, by all means, please do. I will talk to you again soon.